Hello, this is Aquarius Tranquility Manager in Tranquility Grid. This tutorial will be about, okay, now I just bought a region here. What can I do? What are the features of my land? How do I find that information? This is a single region. It's actually somebody's home that hasn't been around for a while, so I'm just using their land right now. It's a flat land. This is usually how you get it. As I mentioned in the welcome tutorials before, we can drop raw files for you. And what those are is they're quickly shaped, terraformed, pre-terraformed land. So if you're not that skilled with editing the land, which actually I can quickly show you how to do, you can, once you get the raw files dropped, and even though they're pre-terraformed, you can still mess with them and edit them. And some important features about that I will show you. I can actually do that. I'm going to put myself in fly mode so I'm up and I don't get stuck in the land. So that's what I do when I drop raw files is I go up in the land, I zoom out like this, and to insert a raw file into this, you go to World, tab here, you go to Region Details, and you go to Terrain, and you go to Upload Raw Terrain, which actually I need to get into God mode and request admin status so that I can edit this person's land. World, Region Details, Terrain. Now I can upload raw terrain. That's how I do it for new people's land. And while that's being done, I'll show you a little bit about this stuff. Upload raw terrain, and I have them all on my file somewhere. Raw files. Oh, I need to redo that tutorial. By the way, these raw files, as it shows here, some of the raw files that we have in our Welcome Center, we got from Deborah Congi, one of our members, and JD Willoughby, another member of ours. They're the ones who gave us the raw files. That's why we have them. Thank you very much to Deborah and to JD. There's JD's. JD's are 2x2, and Deborah gave me mostly single region ones. So let's say I want island type 1. I open it, and it's going to take roughly about 2 minutes to totally change the land all of a sudden, all at once. What you want to do is, once you've done that, you've uploaded it, it's there, you want to make sure that no matter what kind of editing you do, you can come back to that particular shape. But actually what I would suggest even before uploading a raw file is you have a blank like this that you can come back to. Let's say you completely don't want that shape at all and you want to come back to this. Well, you can actually save these raw files to your computer, and you do that through World, Region, and you click Bake Terrain. No, sorry, Download Raw Terrain, and it's going to let you download this to your computer. So put it in Documents or wherever you want it and call it whatever, like Flat Terrain. That way you can upload it later if you want to redo your whole landscaping in that. And once you've done uploading the new raw terrain like we're about to do, you can bake it, and baking it means that that's going to be your default to come back to no matter what you do to your land. If you change it 4 times after that, you can revert your land to that original shape. Now, how do you revert it? I'm not actually going to do it obviously because it's in the middle of downloading a new raw shape, but you right click on your ground, edit terrain, and on the little bulldozer icon, which it comes to anyway when you click edit terrain, you hit revert and you click apply, and it reverts back to whatever you last baked it as. That's how you revert that back. So if you had saved this and baked this and you wanted this to always be your default to come back to, look at that, it just changed. Just like that, you get a quick instant, you got a little hilly mountainy thing going on. Now, let's say you always want to come back to this shape no matter how much you mess it up. Bake it. Then download it. And that way you'll always have this shape. And actually, you can use that raw file in another grid. So let's say you have 3 different grids you're a part of, and you want this land shape in your other grid, you can save this down to your computer yourself. It's free of charge, and use it if you want. We only offer it once. We will offer you one shape. We can do it again for you if we had to. If you go to the shop, pick another one, we can do that for you. It's free of charge, no problem. But we're not going to do like 50 files that are in there just for you to save it to your computer. That's very time consuming. So you can download this once it's done. You can change the texturing of it. Say you don't like that grass, you want a different one. You click that, type in grass, let's say. Yeah, whatever. This one. Okay, click OK. Click apply for it to show up, and voila, there you go. You got that. You can have a different rock texture, different sand texture here. You want a different beach. Sand, 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 beach sand. There you go. Apply, and your new beach sand shows up there. If you want to change how much sand is showing up and how much grass is showing up, you can edit these. Let's say I put 20 here, enter, 20 here, enter. Let's say I do 40 here, enter. This is totally changing the defaults. Apply it, and that's how it's going to show up. It'll change and stuff. And there's the directions there. You can find that through Minimap. Which way is northeast, northwest, all that kind of stuff. You can find out. It takes a little bit of manipulation to figure out, excuse me, how you want it. What else is in here in the region thing? Estate. These are all permissions. Do you only want to allow the residents that you're going to list here below, or anyone can visit your land? If you're renting out lands, can the parcel owners have more restrictions? These are all options you can do. Allow voice chat. Estate manager, if you have a friend or a partner that you want them to be able to edit your land and move things and delete things, you can add them here. This always allows them to do that. You can pick that here, which groups you want allowed in here, which groups you don't want. Kicking residents, there's your options there. Covenant, you can make rules here. If you have land rentals, you just state your rules in here. You have to have a note card that you can drop in there, I believe. Region details, never mess with this. This is the location on the map. You don't mess with these numbers. Block terraform, if you don't even want to edit your land, you just want the flat land, or you don't want anybody else to be accidentally editing land, click block terraform. That's only if you don't want to change land at all. Block fly, nobody will be able to fly. Or block parcel flyover, if there's like a bunch of different parcels attached all around here and you don't want anybody flying over your particular land, that's what that's for. Allow damage is if you're in a role-playing game. Let me just make sure I have more video recording time here. Okay, 2 minutes left. Yeah, I'm using Bandicam, and it's free to use, but 10-minute increments. So this might go into a few tutorials. Restrict pushing. You do want to click this because some people have scripts that will make you like push you all the way across to the other sim just by clicking on something or whatever. That stops any kind of weird scripts from pushing you around. Allow land join divide. You have a friend that you want to share land with and you want to split it into 2, and you asked us for a raw file to split into 2, and we did that. That allows that. These are by defaults. A lot of these defaults you don't want to change. Rating. You want your region to be rated adult. There you go. That's where it is. There you change it to adult. And I think I should go to another video. Okay. Let me stop this.